Okay, so the problem set for lesson 25, the practice, A through D. You're doing exactly what we did in the examples. Let's look at B, though. That one is using mixed numbers, and sometimes that can be confusing. So what I would do is I would right away change that to an improper fraction, to 9/4. And then I would subtract your 3/7. Those go away. And you end up with 9/4x equals 5/14 minus 3/7. Find common denominators. So you're going to change that 7 to a 14 so that you can subtract. Then divide, and you invert and multiply, just like the examples that I gave you in some of the other ones. So that's the practice set there. If you look at the numbers, 1 through 30, let's look at 1 through 4, and go ahead and don't worry about those. And let's start with 5. You're finding the perimeter of a square. 6 through 14, you're solving just like we did in the practice problems and in the examples that I just showed you. And 15, it looks like everything else is pretty straightforward. Don't see anything weird here that you're going to run into that you haven't already been practicing. Remember on 28, when you're finding y, the angle there, the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180. So you've already got 110 and 48. So what else do you need in order to have y add to 110 and 48 to give you 180? And that would be the answer there. Evaluate 22 and 23. Get good at those. Be able to plug in the -2 and the 1 for 22 for the A and the B. And don't forget to use the parentheses. So, for example, number 22, you would do -1 because you're plugging 1 in for B. And then we've got, well, let's make a square here. And then again we have B. And then we have a minus. And then we have our A. So you've got to remember to use your parentheses correctly so that you don't get your negatives and positives messed up. So that's problem set number 25 in Algebra 1.